Yeah. No, I got that.
Thank you.
Hello. So my mom already introduced me, but for those of you who missed it, my name is Mark. I'm Dan's brother. Hello. I'm here today with my wife Kathy and our two 6-year-olds, James and Julia. Now, at the last wedding we went to, my Uncle Alan gave a speech with a joke that got a pretty big laugh, and my kids talked reverently about the speech, the joke, and my uncle for well over a year. So, James and Julia, I'm going to do my best, but I'm sorry if I'm not as funny as Uncle Alan. So, we're all here this weekend to celebrate Dan and Shauna, so let me tell you a little bit about them. First of all, I'm really fortunate to have lived just a few freeway exits away from Dan and Shauna for the last year. And when we were younger, living at home with sibling rivalry in full force, I don't think I'd have been so excited about being in the same area code as my brother. But I can honestly say it's been great reconnecting with you, Daniel, and great getting to know you better, Shauna. Sorry? So one thing to know about Dan is that he's a thinker. He loves knowledge, he loves education. It's no surprise that he made it his career. He's the only person I know who not only owns every single textbook from his entire collegiate and graduate careers, but has them all accessible at home on his bookshelf. Well, except for my dad, and maybe Kathy's dad, but the only person not eligible for Social Security. Because you never know, a question about organic chemistry can strike at any moment. So Dan has always been very analytical, and he also has high standards. When we were in middle school, there was a girl named Kelly Boyd who wanted to be Dan's girlfriend. Most middle school boys would have simply said, "Yep, just tell me where to sign." But Dan was a bit more methodical. He made a detailed list of the pros and cons of being Kelly's boyfriend. I never saw the list. I wish I had, just so I could understand what sorts of things factored into the equation of love for a 7th grader. Like, this relationship will never work. We like totally different cartoons. But even though I didn't see the list, I can tell you the outcome, and sorry for Kelly, she didn't make the cut. So now let's fast forward a couple decades to Shauna. Shauna, I don't know whether Dan made a pros and cons list about you. If he did, you should totally ask to see it. But just from the time that my family has gotten to know you, I'm sure the pros list would be off the page. Shauna is kind and generous. She's great with kids, adults who sometimes act like kids. Not long after we met Shauna, Kathy and I had an unexpected chance to see our first 49ers game. But we needed a last-minute babysitter. We asked Shauna and Dan, and even though it was a school night, they had only a few hours' notice, and they'd have to drive through traffic to get to our place. They didn't hesitate to say yes. Now, I don't want to embarrass my kids. I'll leave that for their own weddings. But let me just say that this turned out not to be a normal babysitting experience. There were some extenuating circumstances related to the potty that were revealed to us in a series of third-quarter text messages. I'll skip the details. Let me just say that the 49ers had a bad fourth quarter, but Dan and Shauna had an even worse one that night. But the point is, Shauna was amazing and earned a whole bunch of check marks in the pros column that night. But really, there may be only one pro that matters, and that's that Dan and Shauna make each other happy. I've witnessed this firsthand, spending time with them this past year. Anyone who's followed their berry-picking adventures on Facebook has witnessed this, and all of us here, seeing how happy you are next to each other, are witnessing it. Daniel and Shauna, on behalf of Kathy, James, Julia, and myself, congratulations on finding each other, carrying your relationship forward to this day, and we wish you a long and happy marriage together.
Anyone?